Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 284 of bulking to 75 kilos with calisthenics only, and we have a pull day. Now, I want to talk about diet a little bit. I'm not doing the full day of eating yet, I'll do that very soon, but just about diet in general and about clean bulking, because, in the fitness culture, I guess, there is this concept of either dirty bulking or clean bulking, right? And there's like, oh, which one should you do? Because dirty bulking, more calories, you're gonna get gains quicker. But I feel like, especially in calisthenics, I mean, in a gym context, I would also prefer the clean bulk. But especially in calisthenics, doing a clean bulk is very important. And I got to this topic in my head today because, well, one of my colleagues had well, it was his birthday, so he had some candy, it's called baklava, like some Turkish dish, dessert thingy, and it's so fucking heavy. And I ate like two pieces, not too big, but I feel like I just have a block of cement in my stomach. And of course, it's not bad to have some desserts every now and then. I love desserts, but what you have to understand with calisthenics is, when you feel like shit and you ate too much, it's not like in the gym where the weight on the bar doesn't change. If you feel like shit, and you're gonna bench 80 kilos, it stays 80 kilos. But if you eat a lot and you feel like shit in calisthenics, right? Not only are you not gonna have power because you feel like shit, you're also gonna have to push more weight because all of that heavy food that you're not used to is laying on your stomach. Bulking in itself, gaining weight in calisthenics, it's not that big of a deal. If it was like a very big deal, I wouldn't be getting stronger on this bulk, which I am. I'm the strongest ever in planche, I'm the strongest ever in frontlever, I'm the strongest ever in squats and Nordic curls all at the same time while gaining weight. That's because it doesn't matter as much as people think. The reason people think that weight matters so much in calisthenics is because, well, you're gonna have these desserts one day. You're gonna have some desserts, or you went to McDonald's and you had a cheat day, whatever, and then the next day, or maybe in the evening even, you're gonna try and do some planches or some front lever. You have all of this food laying on your stomach, all of this water weight, like 2 kilos or some shit, and the water weight is not useful. When you're gaining body weight slowly, it's gonna be muscle and some fat. And of course, the muscle is gonna come in handy, right? But also the fat, if you have a low body fat percentage, your body is kind of in a danger mode because there is not much reserves. But if you get to a healthy body fat percentage, like for me, in the beginning I was very low. Right now I would say I'm a healthy body fat percentage. Your body is gonna be like, well, I have some leeway, I can put out more power. You're gonna be able to train harder. But it's just, eating like shit and gaining weight instantly because of water weight and salt and all of this retention of just useless stuff in your body, you still have to push that, right? So it's like double punishing in calisthenics, and that's why I think clean bulking, having a bit of a not a strict diet, but paying attention to your diet is very important. Try to eat the foods that you like and that are healthy and make you feel good. Which, if you keep eating foods that are healthy and that you like, right? Or yeah, they're gonna become delicious by themselves. Even if you don't like the healthy things compared to McDonald's at first, once you eat it for a while, your body is gonna notice like, hey, I feel good eating this. I want to eat this more. So it's all just a matter of getting used to things and being patient because yeah, you can bulk and gain 5 kilos in a month, but it's not gonna be useful. So you might as well do it slowly. The more slowly you gain the weight, basically, the more of that weight is gonna be muscle, right? Compared to fat and water weight. So that's it for the training. Yep, I guess. Let's do some front lever today. I'm gonna have a hold and press day. So long sits are inbound. Last time I did a front lever hold of 35 seconds. I mean, I'm not feeling too well, so I just hope I can get 35 seconds or more again. But let's just see what happens. All right, 36 seconds of front lever, and then extended the sit. Whew, my abs are gonna cramp. I extended the sit to 50 seconds. Now what I am able to do by doing this, right? My limit is 35 seconds, but I drop down the difficulty to the previous progression of the front lever, so the one-legged front lever, the tuck front lever, and then I'm able to go a little bit longer. Now, the reason I do this, extending my hold in drop set fashion, is to really push my boundaries, because your body becomes stronger from a need, not a desire. That's a quote from Vegeta. If you know, you know. And basically, by going to my limit on the front lever, and then by going even more, I keep going, I kind of surpass that limit, and I create a need for my body to adapt, to get stronger. So by doing this, the idea is that I'll get more endurance, and next time I'll be able to hold a little bit longer in the full front lever itself. So if you're looking for endurance, definitely give this a go. If you're looking for a sick fucking pump, also definitely give this a go, because this is my first sit and I'm fucking pumped to shit already. So very nice. Although today I'll see how things go, because my entire body is just tired as hell from yesterday's push workout, from the leg days before. Yeah, today I'll I might have to adjust some things, but we'll see. I'm gonna do a couple more sets here, probably 3 more sets of around 35 seconds, which is the amount of time that I held the front lever, the full front lever, right? So that's like a good gauge of how much I can still do on the other sets. So I'll not be able to hold the front lever for 35 seconds anymore, obviously, but maybe I can get to 20 seconds and then drop down to one-legged front lever. Let's go. Okay, so quick spontaneous idea. I'm actually gonna do one press of front lever every 5 seconds, and by breaking up the holds, I should be able to go longer as well. Perhaps I'll add like a drop set variant as well at the end, with like one-legged front lever, but we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm not gonna do drop sets. I'm just gonna do a couple sets of this, and then I should be able to get more volume, because, well, my sets aren't as intense, but that also means I can recover better to do maybe one more set. So I don't know what's gonna happen, I'm just trying this out. Sometimes you just have to try new stuff and figure out if it works. Let's go. Alright. Fuck yeah. Oh shit, my back feels disgustingly white boy right now. Whew. Yeah, I have a shirt on so you can't see, but this might be illegal. Okie dokie, so I rested quite a long time in between sets, or in between the last set and the one I'm about to do. So I might as well make use of that fact and try some one-arm pull-ups again. I mean, yes, they are heavy as an accessory, too heavy to do every time, but once in a while, I feel like it wouldn't hurt, and my legs are still fucking inflated and tired, but let's see what we have in the tank, Yeah, I'm way too fucking tired to be doing one-arm pull-ups. Oh boy. Ah, I can still do them though. That's fine. Alright, I'm gonna rest a little bit more and then do a set of pull-ups. I don't know how much weight, if any weight at all, but one last set to finish it and we'll be golden. Alright, so the last set of the day is gonna be pull-ups. I have 10 kilos on me, which is not a lot, but I'm gonna try and do 30 reps. Now, last time I did like light pull-ups, it was just body weight. I got 36. I feel like it would be like a nice base if I can do like 30 pull-ups with 10 kilos or maybe next time 15 kilos, you know, so let's give that a go. All right, nice. I think that was 30. I kind of lost count in the beginning, but I'll check it afterwards. Okay, so that's it for today's workout, and well, it was a good one, don't get me wrong, but it felt fucking heavy because all of this baklava stuff, the candy stuff, is sitting in my stomach, and it's really something you have to pay attention to, you know, because the training, while I wasn't weak or anything, I know I could have been stronger, you know. This afternoon, I ate the dessert in the afternoon, you know, during lunch, and then afterwards I was sitting there like, I was just completely done, you know, and it carried on into the workout. I don't have any appetite right now to eat, but I have to eat, so, you know, eating stuff that you are used to, it's going to allow you to basically be more consistent. Because if you're eating all of this random stuff, you know, you don't really know the effect it's going to have. And, well, the only thing you know is that it's not going to have a good effect. And then you have to adapt to it. And, you know, I mentioned it before. Adaptability, it's a Pokemon ability, right? That's a good thing to have, but you don't have to force it, you know. You don't have to force yourself into bad situations by eating like shit so that you can adapt, you know. You have to adapt when something unexpected happens. When you stuff yourself full of shit, you know, it's not unexpected that you're gonna feel like shit. So obviously, you know, you have to pay attention to your diet as well because, you know, as Master Roshi says, train hard, study well, eat and sleep plenty, right? The eat and sleep plenty, or the eating part in this case, eating plenty is important, but eating clean, eating good food is important as well. So, I mean, that might be obvious, but sometimes you just forget. You know, we focus so much on the training part and spending our energy that we don't focus on actually regaining our energy and recovering. So, I feel like it's very important to mention every now and then. Anyway, that's it for today's workout. I'm gonna head downstairs and have some dinner, and then I'll see you tomorrow for leg day, which my legs are not recovered yet, so that will be an interesting one. I will probably focus on like form in the squats, but the hips are feeling better, so that's gonna be fun. Anyway, yeah, full day of eating is coming soon, I promise. See you tomorrow.